Hey, hi, Robin.
Hi, Bill.
Well, hey. Well, it was just fortuitous that you came on after the seminar is done. So anyway, uh, thank you for taking a couple minutes. Uh, you had a couple of experiences. Can you just tell us what happened? You had a thing. Go ahead and tell me about you said chips and then also the Chick-fil-A
Yes,
thing and just.
yes. So I was doing it for chips. And when I was doing it the whole time, we did it the same way with your video on the TV to time us. And all I could think about, though, were tortilla chips and guacamole. Like, that's all, even though I love potato chips, but I was just thinking about tortilla chips. And I did that. However, when I did mine, I felt mine in my throat. And it just got real hot in my throat. And then I just kept going. Then I got really thirsty, but I just kept going. And I probably started at a 10 with chips. Like every day I have to have chips. And when I finished, I kind of felt like maybe like a 3 or so. However, as the week went on, I had no chips. My husband brought home chips and guacamole, which he never does. And I had a couple, and that was it. So since that time, which is over a week ago, I haven't had any tortilla chips and guacamole. But unfortunately, I've been wanting regular potato chips. So when I was doing the Cogno Ball, I was thinking about the tortilla chips and not about potato chips. So I think I need to do it again with potato chips.
It might even surprise you that the potato chips might be somewhere else too in your chakras. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. But question,
Uh-huh.
when your husband brought home the chips and guacamole,
Mhm.
you notice the enjoyment, kind of the what we call oodles of pleasure, meaning how much enjoyment you got out of the chips. Did you notice that you got the exact same amount of pleasure, or it just didn't taste as the same, or what, did it taste the same or not, or what was your experience when you did eat it?
I ate it then because I felt obligated to eat it,
Okay.
and that's what I'm used to doing, but there was not the enjoyment.
Ah, that,
And there was the taste I think was the same,
yeah.
but I just didn't before. I was it was almost an uninsatiable kind of need for the chips and guac. Just had to have more and more and more. And this time he brought it was from La Hacienda, and they had 2 big giant scoops of guacamole and 3 bags of tortilla chips. Normally I'd go through a whole bag, that same sitting.
Sure.
And there's still 2 bags sitting in the kitchen now.
How long has it been? How long has it been for you now since you did
It's
that?
just been a couple of weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So it's pretty recent. All right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. You probably haven't noticed, any difference in how your clothing fits or anything like that.
How I'm what?
How your clothing fits, meaning, the first
Oh,
signs of weight loss.
um, slightly, absolutely. Yes. Now that you ask me, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's how
I
I know.
haven't gotten on the scale.
Yeah. Well, it, it's very, just a little bit at a time. Uh, Wonderful. Oh my God. So tell me about the whole thing with your, the other Chick-fil-A and the daughter and that. Tell us about
Yes,
that.
yes. So my niece was here to visit for a week, and she's in college in Texas. And I told her about the Cogno Ball we got. It came in the mail when she was here. And so that was the last week in May. So that's when I got the ball.
Okay. All right.
And so we did that for Chick-fil-A. She loves Chick-fil-A, and she has to have it pretty much like every day. At her school, it's one of the choices for them to eat in the cafeteria area. And she says, I eat Chick-fil-A all the time. I just love that sweet tasting chicken. I said, oh, they soak it in sugar. I'm sure they do. And she just loves it. And I said, okay, let's do the Cogno Ball for that. And we did it for the 15 minutes with your tape playing. And I loved it when you said, okay, keep going. You're halfway through, keep going. So we kept going. While she was doing it, about 10 minutes in, she got a stomach ache, like a really intense stomach ache. She said, oh my God, I want to sit down. Oh my goodness, my stomach hurts so bad. And I remember what you said. You said you just have to work through it and keep going. And so I said, just keep going. Just 5 more minutes, just keep going. She did. It went away. And she started probably about an 8 or a 9, she said. And when she was done, she was at about a 4.
Yeah.
However, when she went to school, which was the real test, she said, I had Chick-fil-A once, and I haven't had it very much, if at all. So it's probably gone down further than the 4, if you ask me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's just, I love it. I love that you actually did it. You did the exercise, and the important thing that you said, you just allowed yourself to really enjoy the guacamole and that sort of thing. And I love that part of the story. I also love that you watched all the instruction and you knew when the pain starts to keep muscling through it.
Yes.
Everybody wants to stop when those terrible feelings happen in their center line. So anyway, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you for listening and coming up with something so fabulous to help so many people.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy that it works, but it does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.